"My son is dead." Due to this statement, the relationship between tech billionaire Elon Musk and his transgender daughter, Vivian Wilson, has become a focal point of public interest and controversy, especially after Vivian publicly disowned her father. But what exactly happened? Why did Vivian Wilson decide to transition? And how did Elon Musk end up giving his consent? Before we uncover the whole story, let's first explore Vivian's early life and the events that led to this dramatic turn. Vivian Wilson, originally named Xavier Alexander Musk, was born on April 15, 2004. She grew up in the spotlight as the daughter of Elon Musk and Justine Musk. Vivian's childhood wasn't easy, despite her father's fame and wealth. She often felt her father was absent, saying he was around maybe 10% of the time, and that's being generous. She is now a college student majoring in languages, showing her passion for communication and exploring different cultures. Her interest in languages likely comes from a deep desire to connect with people from various backgrounds, reflecting her journey with identity and acceptance. Before her transition, Vivian loved reading, writing, and exploring the arts. These hobbies allowed her to express herself and be creative when she felt misunderstood. Her passion for literature and languages has continued to influence her identity and goals as she goes through college. Vivian's journey toward her gender identity started in her early teenage years. She came out as gay in 8th grade and at 16 identified as transgender. This pivotal moment was about more than just her identity. It was a crucial step in her search for authenticity. Throughout her transition, she received steadfast support from her mother, Justine Musk. She highlighted the importance of this support, saying, "My mum is incredibly supportive. I love her dearly." This encouragement was vital, especially as she faced challenges and misunderstandings from her father. Vivian started her gender-affirming treatment at 16, calling it a life-saving decision. In contrast, Elon Musk claims he was tricked into giving consent for his child to start puberty blockers, leading him to feel his son is figuratively dead. In an interview with Jordan Peterson, Musk explained that during the COVID-19 pandemic, he was pressured into signing documents for his son Xavier to begin puberty blockers. He was told Xavier might commit suicide if he disagreed, but Musk now believes this was a lie. Musk also said he wasn't informed that puberty blockers are actually just sterilization drugs when he consented. Musk's comments have sparked a discussion about puberty blockers. So, what are they? Before moving further, let's try and understand this. Puberty blockers are the medications that delay the physical changes of puberty in transgender and gender-diverse youth. They trick the brain into thinking it has enough hormones, so the ovaries and testicles rest until the brain signals them to start working again. And these are prescribed to teens experiencing gender dysphoria, a condition where there's a mismatch between their sex assigned at birth and their gender identity. In the UK, private clinics are currently banned from prescribing puberty blockers to children under 18. Though this emergency ban is being challenged in court. But Musk feels he lost his son, stating, "They call it dead naming for a reason. My son Xavier is dead, killed by the woke mind virus." He vowed to fight this woke mind virus after the experience. He labeled allowing children to transition as incredibly evil and suggested those who support such surgeries should go to prison. On the other hand, Vivian has firmly refuted her father's claims. She emphasizes that Musk wasn't tricked into giving consent for her treatment. After some initial hesitation, he knew what he was agreeing to, which needed her parents' approval. Wilson believes Musk crossed a line with his recent comments. She said in a phone interview, "He probably thought I wouldn't speak up and let his lies go unchallenged. But I won't stay silent if he's going to lie about me to millions of people." Wilson shared that Musk hasn't been a supportive father. He was often absent, leaving her and her siblings in the care of their mother or nannies, despite having joint custody. When he was around, she felt he was harsh and quick-tempered. She described him as cold and narcissistic, saying he would criticize her for showing feminine traits and pressured her to act more masculine, even trying to change her voice when she was young. Wilson recalls a road trip where Musk yelled at her for having a high-pitched voice, describing his behavior as cruel. Musk did not respond to requests for comment. In a post on X, Musk described Wilson as born gay and slightly autistic, claiming she fits certain stereotypes from a young age. Wilson denied these claims, but acknowledged she did exhibit some stereotypically feminine traits as a child. Wilson responded to Musk's comments on Threads, stating, "He doesn't know what I was like as a child because he simply wasn't there." She criticized him for his views on queer people and children, saying, "I've been reduced to a happy little stereotype," and emphasized that Musk's remarks reflect his broader misunderstanding of queer identities. Wilson also argued that Musk is promoting harmful and damaging views about transgender and queer individuals. She suggests that he is using these stereotypes to gain sympathy and support from the public. She pointed out that Musk was largely absent during her upbringing, implying that his lack of involvement contributed to their problems. Wilson hasn't spoken to Musk in about 4 years and wants to define her life on her own terms. "I am 20 years old, not a child," she said. "My life should be shaped by my own choices." The relationship between Musk and Wilson took a dramatic twist when Musk made controversial comments in the interview. He described Vivian's transition as a loss, saying, "I lost my son, essentially, and used her birth name," which many in the transgender community consider a dead name. However, Vivian, who publicly announced her transition and legally changed her name and gender in 2022, took a firm stand against her father. In a petition filed with the California Superior Court, she declared, "I no longer live with or wish to be related to my biological father in any way, shape, or form." She shared her feelings of betrayal and frustration on social media, saying, "I disowned him, not the other way around." This made it clear that her father's narrative does not define her identity, and her strong response has inspired many in the LGBTQ+ community, showing her courage and strength despite the difficulties. In contrast, Musk's comments about her gender-affirming care have sparked widespread anger and debate. Many people see his views as harmful and outdated. Anthony Todd from GLAAD has criticized Musk, saying his opinions don't reflect what most Americans believe and calling them a permanent stain on his character and reputation. Vivian's bold response to her father has struck a chord with the LGBTQ+ community, showing her bravery. Meanwhile, Musk's shift towards right-wing politics and his harsh criticism of transgender rights have drawn more attention to their strained relationship. Musk has been very vocal about transgender issues on X, formerly Twitter, where he's criticized gender pronouns, upsetting even some of his supporters. His support for Trump and comments calling gender-affirming treatments child mutilation have sparked significant controversy and backlash. Wilson's response to her father has received strong support online, including from Grimes, the musician who has children with Musk. She expressed her backing on X with a heartfelt message, "I love and am forever endlessly proud of Vivian." What do you think about the situation? Do you believe Elon Musk's comments reflect a broader societal issue, or is this a personal family dispute with more significant implications? And how do you feel about Vivian's response and the support she's received? Share your thoughts and opinions in the comments below.